Welcome to the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on DentonRadio.com with the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie. We have a lot to talk about today because we have Greater Denton Arts Council in the house today, and they are going to tell us everything that is happening out there at GDAC, as we very often call it GDAC, for those of you that don't know. We have Sara Greenberg here today with us.
Hi.
Hello. And we have Jenny Bates.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here. I know you guys have a lot of stuff going on over there, so we're going to talk about everything that's happening and just, you know, all the activities that are coming out of GDAC, because it has been really busy. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. So how are you girls?
Doing great. Happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yay. Okay, so let's get right into it, because I know we have summer exhibits, educational programs, and just a lot of the stuff that happened this weekend, stuff that's going to be happening. So let's get right into it. Sara, do you want to tell us about some of the major exhibits that are happening there at GDAC? And obviously one that we just had this past weekend, which I was very fortunate to be a part of or get to see, was the Plain View exhibit with Jason Lee at GDAC. So tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm actually going to hand that over to Jenny.
Okay.
She could answer that better for you.
Yes, she was there.
Yeah, so we've got tons of exhibits going on this summer. We just opened a Plain View, which are large 40 by 50 inch photographs by the actor-photographer Jason Lee. And it's his travels around East and West Texas back in 2017. So they're all like gas stations, motels, convenience stores that he saw, and they really speak of what Texas is for a lot of people. So it brought back a lot of memories. A lot of people were like, I've seen that bridge before, or I've seen that gas station. So it's something people can really connect with, which is really great.
One of the things that I noticed, several people commenting on when you go to the exhibit, and it's here until August 25th, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Correct? So you'll be able to see it. If you were not able to go to the opening night, you can still view the Plain View the Plain View exhibit. You're very right. It's all about Texas, and you do feel like I've seen that. I've seen it before, or I've passed through that. It's very, very iconic Texas scenery, but the depth perception in some of those was so amazing, because I remember standing in front of a couple of them and thinking, I feel like I'm in the photograph, because it is large format. The detail behind all those photographs was amazing. And when you take something that you see on the side of the highway in passing and you bring that artistry to it, it really does just pop the photo, for lack of a better phrase. Yeah. It really does pop the photo. And when you're in there at the GDAC gallery, it's amazing to see such humongous photographs in there. It's really neat. So that experience was really cool. So I would strongly advise you guys to do that. So I know you guys have different stuff going on as far as exhibits, and Paul Gray being another one.
So Paul Gray and Colby Parsons are two exhibitions we're opening this weekend. On Friday evening is the reception from 6 to 8. It'll be another good time to come out and see these exhibitions as they open. Paul Gray he's another photographer. He does a different style. He does nature, so a lot of his stuff is night scenes or canyons. He just completed a 5,000-mile road trip.
Oh, wow.
And so he's going to have a bunch of his pieces from that there. His work is gorgeous, and it's bright colors. So while Jason's are more like natural neutrals, Paul's are going to be really like bright and colorful. So it'll be really great to have both out so people who love photography can see them, but they'll be different enough. And then Colby Parsons, I just saw his work today. It's a lot of new media work. So it's working with like light and shadows and projections on pieces of wood and things. So his will be great if you're like, I really like different. His is a very different show, and he's a professor here at TWU. So we're really excited to have the local artists come in and do an exhibition this summer.
Okay, and so for those of you that haven't been to Greater Denton Arts Council, you have the main area, which is humongous, and a lot of people utilize that space for so many different things. But it also has sub-chambers, as I like to call them, because you have the gallery that the photographs are hanging in, and then you have other areas where you sometimes put up the portable galleries and stuff like that in the main area. So you'll be having all 3 of those at the same time?
Yeah, but all 3 galleries will be open. So Meadows, Festival Hall, and Goff. And they'll be open through the end of August 25th. So you can go see all the shows, Jason's, Paul's, all at one time.
That's
after
amazing.
this Friday. So it'll be a good hour or 2 to spend outside of the heat. So
definitely. And we've actually talked about how cold it is in GDAC.
Yeah.
I'm like, bring your blankets, everybody.
Yeah.
It's very, very nice and refreshing in there. So you guys just recently kicked off the Axis Art Alley alongside of Axis Bank. So do y'all want to tell us about that? And we have the honors here at the Discover Denton Welcome Center to have that here, courtesy of Axis Bank and GDAC.
yeah, so we did our Axis Art Alley with Axis Bank, and here at the Discover Denton Center, Jake came to me. It's like, hey, I want to have art in the an exhibition at
job, Jake.
Welcome Center. And I was like, sweet, let's do it. Like, we're always trying to get more art out there. And Sara had worked with Artist Enclave on a couple of projects, so I'd seen their work. And I was like, I'm going to email Artist Enclave and a couple other groups here in town. And so we did, and we got the artist right now, Kimberly Dietrich, as part of Artist Enclave. So Susan Carol Davis was super excited. Kimberly was super excited. And I was like, yes, let's do it. Brought it in, let Jake and everyone kind of look and see what we were going to do, see if, like, what do you like, which pieces, and they had a great time selecting those. And so we just opened it, and I know that Kimberly is so excited about it. The pieces, so at GDAC, everything is for sale. So, like, all of Jason Lee's works are for sale. All of Kimberly's works up here are for sale. So if you guys see anything, you're like, I absolutely love that piece. Like, we do that to support the artists, because we are very much an artist-focused organization. So giving them that opportunity to sell their work, get their work out there when they may not have the resources is really important to us. And that's why we sell things like that. Or, like, with Jason, we're also selling some books that help him go out and take more pictures. So,
and that is really amazing that we got an artist gallery or an art alley, a mini gallery out here. And I was really excited about it. And just so you guys know, keep tuned in for next week, because Kimberly will be on the show for next Tuesday.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to scoop her up. I mean, she had the honors of doing the first round with Axis Art Alley. So that's an amazing honor. And it is, we have how many people that come into Discover Denton Welcome Center, and obviously partnering with GDAC. It's just, a great pairing, I think. And the support that you get from GDAC, as well as, Axis Bank, as your sponsors. I think it's amazing. So Kimberly, you guys did a great job with it. I love the wood panel walls. If you guys haven't had a chance to come into Discover Denton Welcome Center, you guys head straight to the back after you do your shopping or before, and come check out the artwork, because like she said, it is for sale and you're supporting a local artist. So you guys don't realize this, but over 70,000 people come into Discover Denton every year. That's a lot. That is a lot of people. So come check it out. I know it's really cool to see new art and support local artists. So what about the relationship that you guys have with Embassy Suites?
So that's another project, sort of like what we did here at Art Access Alley. We're working with Embassy Suites to hang art in their bar area, kind of near the Hula Hands. Nice. So that's another project. We're working with local Denton artists. So I'm reaching out to more artists. A lot of these people are part of group Sara has worked with her Thursday night programming. She'll bring in artists, and then I get to see their work. I'm like, yes, let's find a place to put this. Like, this should be out where people can see it.
Yes.
So we're working with Embassy Suites on getting art installed on there, and that's because Embassy Suites is really trying to focus on, like, we are here in Denton. This is the community we are a part of.
Yes.
And so having the art out there is a really great way to show that connection, because Denton's such an art-based town.
It really is. And I know we're centrally focused as far as, we're used to being on the square, around the square, but you have some really heavy hitters as far as supporters that are always active in the community as far as our artists, and just, having that new convention center is a really amazing thing. And I know that a lot of people hold their conventions and their meetings out there. So it's already really active for being a part of Denton. And like you said, they are Denton. So thank you to Embassy Suites for sponsoring some of that art or being open to that. That's really amazing. And I know that you guys listed the Murchison as another venue for supporting artists.
Yeah, so Murchison is in their lobby area. If you've been out in the building, they have some really great brick walls that they said, hey, GDAC, you want to put some artists up? They've actually been doing that project for a while now, and I came in and I inherited it. And I've been working with their CVAD, College of Visual Arts and Design, to get student work up, because I think it's a great opportunity for UNT to showcase what's going on at UNT. Because everyone's like, UNT is a music school. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it
but
is,
UNT
but
is also an art, business, economic, any sort of school. And so I was like, if everyone's going to see a concert, let's have art up. Let's showcase what the School of College and Visual Arts and Design is doing, because they're doing great things. And we had a great turnout this last show with Cynthia Guerin. She is a member of Denton Gallery, another group Sarah's worked with, and I've worked with her a couple of times now. And her works are beautiful, colorful, very bright works. I had a comment. They're like, this is one of the coolest shows we've ever seen in this lobby. So it was a great time having her work up.
That's awesome.
And we'll have that exhibition doesn't run during the summer because school's out, but we'll have another exhibition up in the fall.
And it is very important to see that, you know, when you walk in somewhere and there's a vibrant artist or just something that pulls you in, it kind of changes the dynamic of the area that you're in. So when you're walking the halls and you're not used to seeing anything and all of a sudden there's something there, you're like, wait a minute, you know, you're like excited. I get excited. Of course, you know, everybody, you know, may not be into art, but for the majority of us that are, it's very exciting to see something new. So I'm so glad you guys are doing that. With these different venues and stuff, and I'm pretty sure that you'll build relationships with other venues that will be like, hey, how can we support local arts? Or hey, I have this artist that I know of and I would love to showcase them. And I know a lot of the venues here on the square support local art by hanging, you know, stuff up. I was just at West Oak Coffee, and they were hanging up the new artwork, and I was just all excited because it's always neat to see, definitely see new artwork going up. So let's talk about some of the educational programs that are going on at GDAC. I know that's a big part of the interaction that you have with the community on a more personal level, because the exhibitions are obviously, you know, what I would say is an outing, an experience, and not that the educational programs are not, but they're more, you know, personal. So let's talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah. So the way we view our educational programs is that it's a way for us to respond to the community, their needs, and for us to reflect the community as well. So while people can come in and out of exhibitions, our educational programs are really a time for our audiences to engage intimately with each other and with the artwork we have on view.
Okay, so you guys have an open studio. Now, what do you mean by that? For the people that are seeking information about GDAC and they see open studio, what do you mean by that? Is it just a literal sense of the studio is open, so it's just anybody can visit anytime, or does it mean there's a program involved with that? Or
so it is just as it sounds. Every Friday, we open our studio doors to any artist in the community, established or emerging, or just someone looking to be creative, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they can come into our studio and work in our space. You bring your own supplies, but we provide the space, and it's a really great opportunity for artists to kind of get out of the daily routine that they're in their studios, or maybe expand their space that they're typically confined in, and maybe even meet some new partners.
So you're telling me that that's an actual program that y'all have, in the sense that you're opening the doors and you're inviting them in. Is there a cost involved with that?
There is no cost. It is free, but we do ask that you register online on our website, dentonarts.com, just so we know who's coming. You don't have to sign up for a specific day. Once you put in your registration, you can come any Friday or not come, but it's just good for us to have a running list of who might potentially be involved.
So that's from 10 to 3, right?
Yep, 10 to 3 every single Friday.
Okay, you guys, I did not know that. So that to me is like a golden piece of, you know, just awesomeness. So you guys, if you guys are looking for a space to go out and, they have plenty of room there for you guys. So come on out and bring your art and be around creatives and get to know GDAC. The more involved you are, the more involved you'll be, honestly, because once you're around that environment, it's very contagious. You know, people being around you guys and the activity that goes on there, it's very easy for them to say, hey, what's going on with that? Oh, how do I get a hold of somebody or be a part of that? And it's just like a chain reaction of inspiration or just a contagious, interest that we all have for the art. So that's really neat. I love that. I did not know that about GDAC, so that makes me very excited. Now, is there an age limit to that? Because it could be kids or anyone?
It could be kids. We definitely ask that you keep appropriate behavior in mind when you come, and be respectful of the space and of each other when you're working. But there is no age limit. And so it's really just an open time for people to come and express their creativity.
That's awesome. I am so happy that came up. Now let's talk about the family program.
Yeah, so Family Program is also another new program that we launched in 2018, and that happens on a monthly basis, every third Saturday of the month.
Okay.
And often you find in educational programs at art centers that there's youth programs and there's adult programs, and there's very little opportunity for crossover or for parents having the opportunity to learn with their kids, alongside their kids. And there's something really special about that. And so Family Program is a time when your entire family is invited to come into our galleries, explore the artwork, engage in discussion, play games, hear stories, and then go into our art studio, the same place where Open Studio happens, and create artwork together that is inspired by the artwork that we saw in the exhibition of that given month.
Oh, that's amazing. So, for example, what would you do for something that's going on this month?
So for Jason Lee, that's the exhibit that will be featured in this month's Family Program. We are going to be investigating the meaning of place.
Oh, nice. And so what's really cool is, like you said, you pull the family in, and the kids being in and it is a very humongous place for a child to be in. It could be overwhelming if you bring them to a program there. But when they have their family with them, it immediately focuses them, and then you get that interaction with their comfort, and then they're more receptive, and then they recognize, oh, this is the fun place. This is where I come for my fun.
Absolutely.
And so they're more apt to be at ease and open to more art, whether their parents are there or not, I think.
Yeah, and I think the parents also learn how to talk with their children about art. So oftentimes parents will go into a gallery with their kids and not really know how to engage them in a conversation or in close looking. But with an educator facilitating that experience, we really help the parents learn how to talk about art with their kids.
And that's really interesting, because a lot of times we think, oh, color here, don't go out of the lines. And there's more to that, even for a child. And children are sponges, so whatever you teach them, they just soak that in, and when they're receptive to something fun because they want to learn it, it's just an amazing experience. So that's really amazing as well. So you guys obviously you put those things out on social media and stuff like that, so you guys be watching out for the Open Studio invitations and the Family Program. And you guys also have a lot of stuff coming up, like the 50th anniversary Spotlight series.
Yeah, so 50th Anniversary Spotlight Series is really special. This year, GDAC is celebrating our 50th anniversary, which many people may not have realized we've been here for that long.
Wow, congrats.
But as part of that celebration, we have reached out to our member organizations to put on a performance or some type of showcase that highlights the work that they're doing within and for the community. GDAC is successful when our member organizations and our members are successful. So their success is our success, and part of what makes GDAC what it is today and what has helped it grow over the years is the participation of so many of these different organizations. So celebrating ourselves without celebrating the contribution of these other organizations wouldn't make any sense. That's
amazing, and it is a beautiful partnership when you get to celebrate with the people that you're servicing, so to speak, and vice versa. So it's an experience that benefits everyone. And not only that, on a personal artist level, but the community gets to enjoy that experience with you guys and the growth that it renders with such a relationship and such. Now, I'm curious about the drink and draw. Not because of the drink, because of the draw.
It can be because of the drink.
So what is the drink and draw like? I'm really curious about that. I've never been to one. I used to go to the art classes with Joe Duncan when he was doing this stuff back there.
So this is kind of an iteration of that. It began in April, and we are working with storybook illustrator Marco Head, who's just an amazing guy, really kind fellow and talented artist. And he facilitates a figure drawing study every third Thursday, actually the same night as our Spotlight series. So our third Thursdays are really busy this year. You can always come and find something to do. And so from 6 to 9, we pull in a model. And for the first hour, it's gesture drawing, which kind of means that the model will be moving and you're drawing as the artist moves. And it teaches you how to not only acclimate to drawing with a moving picture, but also to capture the model from different angles. And then the last about 2 hours is dedicated to long form, which means that the model stays in one place for a very long time. So kudos to the model for that.
Yes, I've seen him do that before.
Yes, and our participants can practice drawing the model, and it is $10 to participate, and that is just to cover the cost of the model. So it's not a for-profit program at all.
That's really cool. And if you guys have ever tried to do one of those types of classes, they're a lot of fun. You guys, all the people that are coming are different artistry levels, and you will see that some people are really rapid at it and some people take their time, and it is I think it's relaxing. I tend to think that, stuff like that is very relaxing. You kind of get in the zone. Some of the teachers play music or whatnot, and of course when you have something to drink, it helps you take that edge off, and it's just a neat experience. I know I met a lot of really cool people every time I would go to GDAC for one of those experiences. And then you guys do have PopUp Exhibition with Brick House Collective.
Yeah, so that is our next Thursday evening program coming up. So on many of our Thursday evenings, we partner with community organizations to put on programs. So the only stipulation that we have is that the program must be free and open to the public. So this is really done to create an accessible environment for the arts. And so next Thursday, the 14th, we have partnered with Brick House Collective to put on a pop-up exhibit. And an artist will be coming into our studio, possibly two, but that hasn't been confirmed. But for sure, one artist, Danielle Giorgio, will kind of take over our studio space and install a multimedia and fabric combination work. And visitors are invited to come in and watch as she installs the work, which I think is a really unique experience because we only ever see the artwork from from the other end where it's all pristine and put up on the walls, and we don't really see any of the hard work that goes into it. So this is a chance for people to come and see the artist at work and in process and see everything that goes into the work behind the scenes.
That's really neat. I've never seen anything where they let you kind of behind the scenes and make it a part of the experience. So if you guys are interested in that, also you did mention, so it has to be free and open to the public. So you are open to people in the community coming in and saying, hey, I would like to be a part of a pop-up exhibition. How do they get a hold of you to participate in that one specifically? Because I know we have a lot of people here that are very active collectives and whatnot.
Yeah, so we do have a place on our website for people to submit proposals for an event. And then if we feel that it's a right fit for us and that it meets our mission as well as yours and it's something that we could work together on, then we'll contact you to pursue it. But you can just go to our website and submit a proposal there. The sooner the better, because our fall calendar definitely is filling up.
Yes, definitely, especially with all the holidays coming up, which, kind of give you a whole new crop of exciting things to do out there. And of course, you guys have a summer art camp. So what's that like?
Art camp. So this summer, from July 9th through the 13th, we will have 3 camps going on simultaneously.
Oh, wow.
So we have art camp, guitar camp, and dance camp.
Oh, that's fun.
And you can take 2 in one day. And we have 2 different age groups, but they range from 6 years old to 14 years old. So if you have a kid looking to get involved in the arts, chances are we have a camp for you. And in the art camp, we will be focusing on artists as detectives and trying to find the correlations between how artists kind of work like detectives in looking closely and making discoveries and assertions about their ideas.
Oh, well, that's really cool. So you want to have a few moments of creativity with your kids over the summer. This is going to be the place to be. Like she said, you're going to have 2 programs that you can attend in one day.
Yep.
And you said it was going on all summer, so they can actually juggle.
Not all summer, just 1 week.
Just 1 week?
Yeah,
Okay.
July 9th through the 13th.
Okay, so you'll get a 2-class max. So pick out your classes. Throw a couple of kids in one class and the others in the other one.
Yes.
So you can get the full effect. But that's definitely something that you may want to look into if you're looking to get out of the house, but not in the heat, not in the pool, and, get their creative juices flowing and whatnot. That's really neat. So if anyone wants to contact you guys, obviously you did say on the website, is it GDAC?
DentonArts.com.
DentonArts.com. So you guys can contact them about any of that we've talked about at DentonArts.com. What are you guys on social media? Because I know that there may be differences and whatnot. So people can contact you on social media as well.
Yeah, so we have Facebook, Instagram. We have a Twitter. The Twitter is kind of a little slow because we focus really on the Instagram since we're art, and you could see our amazing art we're producing. On Facebook, you can just type in Greater Denton Arts Council and we'll pop up. And on Instagram, I believe it's at Greater Denton Arts Council too. So if you go to our website, we list all of our cross links for all that social media.
Okay, so we'll stick to Greater Arts.
Yeah. If you type in Greater Denton Arts Council, you'll find us.
And it'll be all on there. And of course, now everything is linked and stuff like that. So that's all good. So you guys have a lot of stuff going on. You guys are really busy, and you guys are always looking for new connections and new relationships with artists here in Denton, and we have so many talented artists here, and I'm really excited about the people that you're going to connect with to put stuff in the Embassy Suites or the Murchison or artists and the Access Art Alley. That is such a tongue twister. I'm going to say that right now. The AAA.
Yeah, the AAA.
The AAA. There you go. We coined it, girls.
There we go.
I mean, that's a mouthful, seriously.
Expect royalties.
Right? You can make the check payable to all 3 of us, please. No, I'm kidding. But it's just really exciting. It excites me. I'm really happy that you girls are here to tell us what's going on. I look forward to having you guys on at several points of the year, because you guys are ever supportive of the community, obviously, because that's what you do. And I'm really excited to see the community go into these events and stuff, especially the open studio. I'm excited about that.
Yes, come see us.
I will. Yeah. I'm going to have to take some time off just to come see you guys, because that's really exciting. But you guys get out there, be active with the community, support locals, support GDAC, and just support all the creativity that goes through Denton, because this is a wonderful place to be. And I'm so thankful that you ladies were here. I want to have you guys on again so you can keep us in touch with everything that's happening. Thank you so much to Sara, and thank you so much to Jenny for being here. I appreciate everything that you gave us as far as the information. We're going to have an active summer.
Yes, we are.
So thank you guys for joining us here on the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie on DentonRadio.com. You guys have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicOfDenton.com.